Now that the user interface is fine, we need to add events so that the keys, the individual rectangles which we have made, can respond to mouse clicks, which means that if I click on the white keys or the black keys, it should change in color, and once if the mouse is released, it should again go back to the color it was. So let's add some mouse events. Let's go here. Okay, let's start with the first key. So we go to events, and when I click on the mouse, so we're looking for a mouse, click mouse down, left mouse down, because we might want to use the right button for something else later on. So left mouse down. If this happens, we need to set a color. So this is white key, so we just need to change the fill color. C fill is equal to this will be a new color brush, so new solid color brush. Let's make it yellow. Let's see how it looks now. So I added it for the C key, so yeah, this is fine. So when I stop the click, it should go back to what it was. Means I go back here and left button up, it should go back to ivory. Yeah. So we need to do this for the other keys as well. Let's just try next key, which is D. So the mouse, left button, and same thing. This will be D, and left button up, go back to ivory. So we got D, C. Yeah. Now it will be tedious to have to write the same code for all the 7 keys and then the 5 black keys. It would be a good idea to make a function which highlights keys and removes the highlights for them. So then for each inside each event, we'll just call that function. It will save us a lot of code and duplication of code. Let's write a method called highlight key, which will pass the rectangle which has to be highlighted, and we want to highlight the black keys with a different color, so we need to pass this parameter which will say if the key is a black key or not. So if it's not black, we'll just set it to yellow. Means this rectangle will go yellow, and if it is black, let's change it to light gray, which will show up differently than the current black. I think dark gray, dark gray. Okay, this will be highlight part. We need something else to remove the highlight. It's called, oh sorry, let's call it unhighlight. So if it's not black, it goes back to ivory, and this goes back to black. So now we'll call the method here. This is left button up, this will be unhighlight key, this is D, and this is not black. Left button down, this is D, this is highlight key, and this was left button up, so this will be C, this was left button down, so highlight. Did we do something else? Okay, let's see if these methods are working. Yeah, it seems to be fine. Let's add it for the rest of the keys first. So it's done D, let's go to E, left button down, highlight key, oops, false, and where did it go? This was E and left button up. What's happening? Seem to have got a foreign character again somewhere. Yes, times 0. This is a problem. Save this, lever on, left button up E. So unhighlight key. Let's go to F. Same for left button up. Let's go back to G. A. So we've added the event handling for the mouse click and the mouse up and down button positions for all the white keys. Let's see. So yeah, this looks to be fine. We added same for the black keys. So we go here. Now for the black keys, it's a little more code required because the black key consists of 2 rectangles. So we go to handle each rectangle separately. So this is rectangle 1. So which means I need to highlight key. This is C#1 and this is a black key. So if I just highlight C#, here is what's going to happen. We'll only highlight the left rectangle. We need to highlight the other rectangle for this key, which is C#2. And now it looks the same. This border is a bit of a problem, but we'll just ignore it for now. And so the same thing when the mouse goes up, we unhighlight okay, this is fine. And the same thing we'll have to do for the second rectangle of the key. Let's put this and mouse left button up and highlight key, which is a certain amount of code duplication, but it's okay, it's not a big deal. So now regardless of whether I press the left rectangle or the right rectangle, they both act as one key. Now it will be quite tedious for you to watch me adding event handlers for all the black keys, so I'm just going to add the code, and then I'll continue the video from there. Okay, let's add D#2. This will be highlight. Is this F T C D E F#1? Okay, yeah, F#2 and should be D#. And this is D, and then we go to F is already done. #2. Try it for G#. This will be lift up, unhighlight key, G#. So I'm just going to add the events and come back to the video. I've added the events for the black keys. Let's see if it works fine. Yeah. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Okay, this looks fine. Where did it go? Now, if I drag the mouse cursor while keeping the mouse button pressed down, then it's not removing the highlight. So I need to add some more event handling. For when the mouse moves out of the rectangle, it should unhighlight. That means this, when mouse leaves, then I have to unhighlight it. Unhighlight C. So C, this is fine. If I keep it pressed down and I drag it, yeah, it still gets, yeah, it's working fine. I need to add this for the other keys. Let me add that, and I'll come back to the video. Okay, so I've added the mouse leave event for the white keys, which means if I drag it across, yeah, this should get unhighlighted. And thing is, if I keep the mouse pressed and drag it across, the unhighlighting is working but not the highlighting, so I need to add it for mouse enter as well. So this mouse enter, highlight key C false. If I just keep this event, there'll be one problem which you will see right now. The moment the mouse hovers over it, it changes color, which is not something we want. We only want it to change color when the mouse button is pressed. So we need to add a check here that if the mouse is entered, but the device, only the left button is pressed, then it should change the highlight, otherwise not. Let's see, so now it's fine. If I press it, yeah, it goes. Yes. So I'll add this for the other white keys as well. So I've added the enter event handling code where for each of the white keys, where if the mouse enters the rectangle and the left button is pressed, then it should highlight it. So this, yeah, this is working fine. So if I do a normal click, it gets highlighted. If I hold the mouse key down and I drag it, the highlight is working. I'll need to add the same thing for the black keys. Means again I have to add it for both the rectangles for each key. Means mouse enter, same thing. If E left button, then highlight key C#1, this is true. And I need to handle the other rectangle in the key as well. C#2, let's see. If I hold it down, drag it, yeah. I need to handle the mouse leave event for the black keys as well. Let me add that. So let's add mouse enter key for this second rectangle. Thought I'd already handled the mouse leave. Okay, mouse leave. Unhighlight key C#1, 2. And same thing for the second rectangle here, C#2. Should be for both. And so now when the mouse leaves the black key, it will unhighlight it, which is fine. I'll add the same event handling for the rest of the black keys. I'll put the mouse enter event handling code for all the black keys. Let us run it and see. If I hold the mouse down and drag it, yes, the enter code is working fine. The mouse leave event handler has to be done, like what we did here. Unhighlight. Just going to add it for the rest of the black keys. Okay, the mouse leave event has been handled for the black keys. I think all the event handlers are in place now. So if I hold the mouse down and drag it, yeah, everything works. All the white keys are responding, and so are the black keys. So for the time being, we are good. We also need to take into consideration that sometimes more than one key can be pressed, which means we need to be able to highlight multiple keys. But we will get to that at a later stage in this project. For the time being, the basic event handling is done. In the next video, we'll actually add some sounds so that when we click on the keys, it plays the correct note.